Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Seattle to Unknown, Quaranteeny number 4. I'm Melinda.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're still here. Still going. Again. Yay!
Huzzah!
I like I don't know, somebody shared a thing where it's like I finally understand what like Zoom conference calls remind me of, and it's like the opening of The Muppet Show where they're all in their little windows, and I'm like, yes!
Or the Brady Bunch intro.
Oop, nope. I like the Muppets better. It's way more fun.
Okay, Jan.
Don't make me hit you in the face with a football. I'll do it.
Marsha!
Just saying. I'll do it.
I believe you. Granted, I don't think your arm is good enough to put a ball into orbit that also somehow comes out of orbit and hits me. Also, I don't think your arm is good enough to throw a football across your yard.
Ooh, ye of little faith.
But also, you definitely don't have a rocket arm, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, that'd be kind of impressive if I did that.
Impressive. Yes, but also I don't think
Very
we
concerning.
live in the... Very concerning. I don't think you're actually an X-Men as far as I know. So I think we're okay.
Wow, that's rude. Now I'm not going to tell you if I am.
Okay, if you were an X-Men, what would your mutation be?
I mean, I totally wouldn't mind being able to walk through walls and just shortcut, but that's already taken. I don't know. I'll have to think on that one. What would your mutation be?
I have already announced on Twitter that I have a very, very unimpressive mutation, which is that I look at the clock every single day at 11:11 without fail and without prompt. Oh, and onions don't make me cry.
I'm judging. That's kind of lame. How is that going to save the world?
I didn't say that it would. I'm just saying that is my superpower. We all have to deal with the hand we're dealt, and mine is that I have very boring superpowers.
Yeah, they're not letting you into the school, so maybe next year. Thanks for applying.
What if Professor X needs a human watch that only tells them the time once a day?
No.
Hey, we can't all be Cyclops, okay?
You only need one of those two. That's dangerous.
Don't be too jealous. I am, in fact, a mutant.
Well, I've always known that about you, but okay. If that's what you want to think is why, then okay. We'll go with it.
So, do you have an update? Besides the fact that you're not a mutant?
No, I don't.
Good talk.
What's your update?
This isn't the happiest of updates, but because I brought it up on a previous episode, I kind of have to come to the conclusion now, which is that last week I talked about my cat not being so well, and she, in fact, has now passed, which is horrible, but also for the best, because her last night was not so great. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, And that was the conclusion to that wonderful story.
Poor Birdie. May you rest in peace now.
Yep.
You ancient little cat.
We did have a theory that she may secretly have been the oldest cat on Earth, because there was some record-setting cat that lived to be 36, I think? Something like
some
obscenely
old.
high.
Yeah, especially for a cat.
Yeah, that cat coincidentally looked exactly like Birdie, to the point where we created this mythology that that cat had not in fact died, but had just relocated to live with us.
I mean, it made perfect sense. She was cranky beyond her years.
Yes, she was. And she was not afraid to let you know about it. Oh, I googled it. The cat's name was Cream Puff, and it lived to be 38.
That's older than I am. May I, too, make it to 38.
Good Lord, may we all be so lucky. And coincidentally, that cat passed in the same year that we got Birdie.
That's what it wanted you to think. It's like a whole...
What? I feel lied to. There was another cat. List of oldest cats. Let's see if we can find it.
Not me. I got beat up by the cat that was 38.
Oh, good Lord. This is a very long list of oldest cats. These people need to tell me their secrets. How do you keep a cat alive for 38 years? There were 2 that lived for 38 years. This feels like a lie. But, you know, if it's on Wikipedia, it has to be true.
Yeah, okay. Speaking about Wikipedia, that brings us to our subject of this Quaranteeny episode. It's called 20 Questions. Travel edition, because that's what we do.
What? We do travel?
Yeah,
What
sometimes.
is travel? What is travel, Precious?
I'm not sure. I'm getting a little rusty. But I think that's when you just walk for, like, ever to drop a ring into a mountain.
I've done that. It's fun.
I'm not going to ask. I'm afraid.
So, we are going to trade off being the guesser and the guessee. And so we've each picked 3 cities. We may have to mix it up if one of us has chosen the same city. But for obvious reasons, we can't tell each other which cities we've gone with. And one person will know the city, the other will have 20 questions to guess what that city is. Which reminds me, online counter. We need to count how many questions there are. I have pulled up an online tally, and I will count the number of questions. Yeah.
This is how prepared we are.
I knew such things existed.
It's like live radio almost.
And yet you'd still be shocked to know we edit this.
I was gonna say, if you think it was pretty good when it comes out, you should hear it before we edit. Alright, who's going first?
How about I go first?
Guessing?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, question 1. Is this city in the Northern Hemisphere?
Yeah.
Is this city in Europe?
No.
Is this city in Asia?
No.
Is this city in North America?
Yes.
Okay, we'll whittle that down.
How many questions was that already? Like 5?
4.
Okay.
Is this city in the U.S.?
Yes.
Is this city Seattle?
No.
It was worth a shot.
God, did you? If you picked Seattle, though,
it'd be really funny if you couldn't get it.
my first 5 questions are gonna be yours. Just tell me which one is right.
Is this city on the East Coast?
No.
Is this city on the West Coast?
Nope.
Okay, it's somewhere in the middle.
Is that a question?
No, that was me establishing a fact.
Okay, I'm just checking. It could have been a question if you weren't sure.
Oh, it's in the middle. I've never been in the middle.
Oh, well, you're missing out on some gems.
Would this city be considered large?
Yes.
Is this city Chicago?
No. I mean, I guess it would be considered large. I consider it large.
Is this city in Texas?
No.
There's large cities in the middle that aren't Chicago or in Texas?
I think so. See, the problem is this is slightly subjective, too.
I'd ask something about, does it have a population over X amount?
Oh,
but I have no
on.
frame of reference for that.
I'm like, I'm sure if I scrolled far enough, I could say yes or no.
Well, hit Control F and type in population.
Oh, no, that's not fun.
You want to make this episode a maxi Quaranteeny.
No, I just have to scroll down a bit and I can find it.
Okay. Is this city east of the Mississippi? I say as I Google a map to see which cities are east or west of the Mississippi.
No.
Did I ask east or west?
I think he's east of it. I think it's west of it.
Okay.
Look at me, my hand motions. Like, is that right? I think it's west.
Is this city... Would you say that this city is in the northern section of the Midwest or the southern section? I mean, yes or no question, so in the north.
No.
Well, I was going to ask if it's New Orleans, but you saying no as if you aren't certain means that it is somewhere in the middle, definitely not like Sioux City or Minneapolis.
It's I would say it's literally the middle.
Kansas City?
No.
Oh, shit, I stopped keeping track.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Here, let's just add 5.
That's more than 5. Oh, Cheaty McCheaterson.
Fine, you keep track of the counter.
Well, I don't know how many we're at, so...
Is this city... Oh, man, I'm not going to get this.
I realized afterwards that, like, oh... U.S. might be really hard.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're getting there. You're making some good progress.
Is this city...
You're not in left field.
Okay, just to clarify, this is an actual tourist destination, right? Like, someplace you would actually want to travel to, not like some random city in Missouri that no one's heard of.
It ain't Podunk somewhere. It's a big city. It's a landmark city, I guess.
Is it in Colorado?
No. He's on to something. He knows. He said the answer.
Is it in Bark? It ain't Podunk. Is it in Utah?
Sorry,
Okay.
Utah. I've been there. It was hot. Salt flats are kind of cool. Not the best memories, though.
I am possibly only got one question left. I think you're going to win this. Is it in Iowa? That's as close as I'm going to get.
No. I would have given you points if you got the state right, though.
Okay. What is it?
It's St. Louis. St. Louis, Missouri.
I never ever would have gone with St. Louis. I got Kansas City.
You were very close. Kansas
That
City.
was so close.
It could have been Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas. We didn't specify.
Right, but everybody,
There's a difference.
when you say Kansas City, people mean Missouri most of the time.
Not always. Some people don't realize.
Well, all of the Kansas City athletic teams are actually in Missouri.
Because that's what's up. No, I picked St. Louis, Missouri, because apparently it was the murder capital of the U.S.
Oh, of course. I should have framed it as a travel destination you would have been excited about.
But I mean, my family's from Missouri. Shout out to the Blues for finally winning the Stanley Cup. That one year.
That team.
It just so happened that St. Louis was apparently the murder capital of the U.S. last year, so I picked them.
Well, when I was thinking of U.S. destinations, I went with Chicago because I know Chicago's very murdery.
It is very murdery.
Historically, I'm not talking about the current, but whatever.
No,
anyway.
they have a long mob history, let's be honest.
Yeah, and I know that's something you're interested in. And then my second thought was New Orleans because also has a very macabre history.
Mm-hmm. I kind of got where you were going. I'm surprised you didn't say, like, Detroit or D.C., because they also kind of have a history.
Right, but we narrowed it down that it was west of the Mississippi, so that ruled out D.C.
Yes.
And I don't think I would have jumped to Detroit, because I know
or Baltimore.
when I said north, you would have been able to resoundly say, yes, it's north, if
but
it were
like,
Detroit.
Missouri's literally in the middle.
Kansas is the middle.
Missouri.
Kansas.
No.
Yes.
No. But yay!
Oh, lordy. Okay, well, I failed. You've got 1 point.
Yay me.
Okay.
This might be a little bit harder than we thought.
Uh-huh. Points, Mellinda. This counter lets me do lots of different counters. So we've got one counter for your points. Sarah points. That's another count. And then counter over here is questions.
I'm judging how nerdy your counter is. I'm just...
I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So,
Wait.
I've got a dog in my face.
Do you want some fun fact nicknames for St. Louis?
Sure.
It is the Gateway to the West.
Because that's where the arch is.
It is Mound City.
That is less impressive.
It is Rome of the West. I'm not sure I'm not sure about that one. Or River City.
I mean,
I just picked the highlights. There's more, but those were the good ones I liked.
So I know you've seen Subpar Parks. Have you seen the poster for St. Louis? So Subpar Parks is a Twitter account / art project where someone is doing retro style travel posters for all the national parks. And obviously Gateway Arch National Park is one of them. And the thing that makes them unique and why they're called Subpar Parks is because instead of putting like the park's actual slogan, they put text from Yelp reviews, 1-star Yelp reviews for the parks on it. And the one for Gateway Arch National Parks is no real point. It's a good review.
No real point.
My favorite so far has been for Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. It's a beautiful digital art of the volcano erupting, and the text on it is, didn't even get to touch lava.
Isn't there one for, like, Yosemite?
Yes.
About, like, too many trees or something? Was that the one with too many trees?
No, I think Yosemite is the one that says... Oh, gosh, let me find it. I've opened the page. Oh, no, that's Yellowstone. Yellowstone's really funny. It says, save yourself some money and boil some water at home.
Who doesn't like looking at a good old geyser? however you pronounce it.
I also like Saguaro National Park, which is in Arizona. And it's the only place, Arizona's the only place where you can see saguaro cactuses. And the caption on it is, okay, if you like cactus. Or Great Smoky Mountains, nothing specific to do. Sequoia National Park says there are bugs and they will bite you on your face. They're really, really beautiful posters. So
yeah, they're like the old school like national parks posters with like these horrible reviews. I want them so much.
There's one for Rainier. God, what is it? Mount Rainier National Park. I've seen bigger mountains.
Hint, hint, Sarah. I would love to have that framed.
Hint, 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 Melinda. I would too.
I got you Mount Rainier. Me too. My frame's better. I'm just going to keep this one.
Okay. So
that's how that's going to go down.
So let me pull up my city. This isn't the one I was going to do first, but it's the one that opened first. And let me pull up a map just so I can make sure that I am not talking out of my ass.
This should also be something that I should be able to guess and not like some random tiny city, right?
Yes. This is a destination and it is sizable. Okay, I've got the counter ready.
Is it in the northern hemisphere?
No.
Is it a part of South America?
Yes.
Is it Cusco, Peru?
No.
I feel like I need a world map too, just to...
Oh, while she's doing that, if you want to follow these posters that we were just talking about, they are on Twitter at @subparparks.
Is it somewhere we planned on going to before?
We have mentioned it, but it was never like an end game city for us. Like, it would not have been our final destination.
That sounds cryptic.
Yes, it does. In other words, there were flights that would have passed through there and we would have been excited to go, but it was not like the primary target. Primary destination. Primary target sounds horrible.
Is it a part of one of the larger countries?
Of South America? Yes.
Is it in Brazil?
Yes.
Okay. Progress. It's not... Well...
You've only used 7 questions, and you've narrowed it down to the country, so...
I already win.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to beat this thing in 10 questions, at most.
Am I going to mispronounce it?
It's possible. I mean, anything is possible with us.
Anything is possible. Is it Sao Paulo?
No.
Is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Is it Rio?
Yes.
10 questions!
That was 11.
No, that was 10. I counted 10. Whatever. 2 points Melinda, 0 points Sarah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how many questions anyway. You're well under 20. Okay, your turn.
I'm pretty proud of myself. Let's close out that one.
Also, I picked a significantly easier city than
you gotta think. You should know by now. You gotta think a little outside of the box of what I'm gonna be picking. No?
You know, when I said let's do 20 questions with travel destinations, St. Louis would not be one of those things on the list.
You don't want to go see the Arch?
No.
I do.
Like the poster said, there's no point.
It's an arch.
Okay,
that's like a major destination.
I don't think there's anybody from Europe who's like, you know where we want to go?
Fucking Middle America, let's go. Where you go outside and everything will get you.
It's like saying...
humid as fuck.
It's like saying, you know where we should go?
The
Omaha.
murder capital of the U.S. Hey, I hear Omaha has good steaks.
I mean, that's the name of a company, but
exactly,
that doesn't mean the city of Omaha has
yeah, I
good
know.
steaks.
It's a bad joke. Okay, move on.
Okay, you got yours? Is it in North America? I mean, no. The Northern Hemisphere.
Yes.
Is it in Europe?
No.
Is it in Asia?
Yes.
How do I phrase this? Crap, there's so many countries in Asia.
Start picking.
Crap.
Is that a question?
Did you hear a question mark? I didn't hear a question mark.
I heard a slight influx in your voice when you said that.
Let's see. Is it a place we have been?
No.
Shit.
Yeah, that doesn't quite narrow it down for us.
Is it a country that speaks Chinese?
No.
A lot more of them have Chinese as a national language than you'd think.
Fuck. It wouldn't. It should have its own language.
Just because it has its own language doesn't mean it isn't also Chinese.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was right.
Okay.
It's not the official or like... It's probably spoken there, but it's not the official.
Okay, so I can rule out anything in Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong. I think technically Singapore as well, because Singapore is a Chinese-speaking country in addition to other languages.
Again, it's probably spoken there, but it's not the language.
Well, right, but like Singapore, for instance, Chinese is one of
very
the
dominant
languages. Is it an island country?
No.
Okay, so then we're looking at like Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia. I mean, those all have islands, but they're not.
It itself is not an island nation. Yeah.
Okay. I just have this feeling.
Do you?
Is it in Vietnam?
Yes.
Okay.
The city part might be a little bit harder, but...
Oh god, I only know like 2 cities in Vietnam.
I just learned about this one.
Is it Hanoi?
No.
Were you being honest when you said this is a city that you've just learned about?
Well, I honestly don't know many cities in Vietnam, so I think I might have, but I don't know.
But this is a city most people will have at least heard of, right?
Yes.
Is it Ho Chi Minh?
No.
Well, we've exhausted the number of cities I know.
Yeah, right. That's my main ones. I picked this city based on a travel and leisure article.
But is it like an actual travel destination that someone would be like, yes, there?
They think so. Someone that's researched Vietnam more might, too.
Okay, come on. Use cities that people have actually heard of.
I'm sure all of Vietnam has heard of this city, so...
We are not Vietnamese.
No.
Can I phone a friend? I have 2 Vietnamese coworkers.
It's kind of in the middle of Vietnam on the coast. The east coast of it.
Well, it doesn't... yeah. This isn't fair. Come on.
I was unprepared for all of this, so I Googled things, and then I picked cities based off my Google searches.
You gotta pick cities people have actually heard of, like actual travel destinations. Otherwise, I can't possibly get it.
Again, travel and leisure seem to think so.
Travel and leisure. Vietnam.
I'm trying to help.
It doesn't help.
Is phoning a friend one of your questions?
No. Because literally all I can do is just pick random cities.
Yeah.
I was thinking we'd do like Paris and Berlin and like actual
Paris
cities
is
people
so
have heard of.
last year.
Paris is so 50 years ago.
Ooh, shit. That only puts us, like, what, in the 60s? 70s now, maybe? I don't know.
It would just be me listing cities for the rest of the episode. I got nothing.
Travel and Leisure say that Hoi An is one of the best places to live.
That's not even a travel destination. It's a place to live.
But, like, a place to be. I don't know. I didn't read the whole article. I told you I was unprepared for this. I didn't realize I had to pick stuff.
If you look at the map at Vietnam, you have to zoom in to, like, a mile scale to see that city. It's one of the tiniest dots on their map.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. Well, then you're really not going to like my last one.
Pick something else then. That's not fair. I'm giving you cities that can actually be picked. Like, you could actually name them.
I just did.
Not really. You picked a city that is only 60 square kilometers. Whereas I picked one that was 1,200 square kilometers.
Again, unprepared.
Well, I mean, I did say up front, I'm doing this so we can do something that requires no preparation whatsoever. You just pick 3 cities off the top of your head.
I picked an article that said the best cities? Best cities?
Okay, maybe pick something slightly larger for your last one. Off the top of your head. 0 preparation.
Damn it was going to be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Venezuela!
Yeah, you asked me, is it near Venezuela? And I'm like, yes. Is it actually in, like, the Middle East? Yes, it's everywhere.
I didn't know I need to specify this.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon is
but
here.
Let's specify cities that currently exist and one could actually go to. And
I told you
you
can. It's right here, Sarah. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon lives on in your heart.
Not your heart?
I mean, a little bit in mine.
We should operate and get that removed.
No.
I don't know how to count the points for that.
I'm sorry. I Googled it. I Googled best places to live, and that popped up, so I said, okay. No,
that wasn't even travel destination. That's a place to live.
Best beaches in Vietnam. Oh, best city in the world 2019. That's what I Googled, and that's what came up. That was the number 1. So you can't even be mad. This is where Google led me.
What part of just picking 3 random cities?
It was random. Sorry,
it did not require any Googling. Also, best city in the world 2019, Vienna, Austria.
Ooh, not according to Travel and Leisure.
It's not even the first result. That's like result number 10.
That's like gfmag.com. The fuck is that? Global Finance Magazine. There we go. You said random. I said I got it.
I mean, I can pick a random podunk town in Germany and see if you can guess it, but you're not going to get it within 20.
Oh, I don't know what to pick, though. See, this is why I went to Google.
I'm not giving either one of us points for that one. Next round, I'm going to make you guess, like, Concrete, California. Where's Concrete in Washington? Where's Concrete? I don't care. If I don't know, you certainly can't guess it. Okay, I've got a city for you.
Is it in the southern hemisphere?
Yes.
Do I need a map?
Yes. That was your next question.
It was not a question.
You phrased it in the form of a question.
That doesn't count as a question.
After last round, everything counts.
Then I'm done. That's like 20 things I've said.
You asked, do I need a nap? Yes.
I didn't say nap.
Oh. Did you say, do I need a map?
Yes.
I mean, that is up to you.
Is it a part of Africa?
No.
Is it back on South America?
No.
Is it an island?
Depends on who you ask.
That does not help.
It should help quite a bit.
Is it Antarctica?
No.
That doesn't help me. Is it Australia?
Yes.
It is an island, but it's also its own continent.
If you ask them, it is not an island.
It's a big-ass island continent thing. Is it Western Australia based?
Just making sure that I'm not being an idiot.
That's the left side, in case you weren't sure.
No, it's not Western.
Is it Eastern Australia?
Relative to other parts, yes.
That does not help at all.
It's in the eastern half, but it is not eastern.
But it's also not the middle?
It's in one of the middle states.
Is it a part of South Australia?
Yes.
Okay. Is it on the coast of South Australia?
Yes.
Do I need to zoom in to see it?
You shouldn't have to zoom far.
So yes, I do need to zoom in.
Depends on what zoom you're looking at on your map. If you need to zoom, you're not going too deep.
Is it Adelaide?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping it was Kangaroo Island because I just saw that.
I almost switched. I was like, all the answers are the same up to this point. It could be Kangaroo Island.
It should have been Kangaroo Island. Are they actually kangaroos there, or are they like wallaroos?
You're asking someone who only found out this place exists based on looking at the map.
Andrew! Can we go to Kangaroo Island?
Yes. At some point, maybe.
I read it as Strokes Bay, and I'm like, well, we have to go there, and it's Stokes.
Slightly different.
I want to go to Kangaroo Island.
Me too. I also want to go to Tasmania.
That would be cool.
And Hobart, which is the land of dishwashers.
Like, for reals?
No. There's a brand of dishwashers called Hobart. And when I worked at camp, we had a Hobart. And it was a big thing that we all wanted to go to the land from which our dishwasher hailed.
That's an odd want.
We had a thing about our Hobart, a borderline worship of it. I don't know if you've ever seen an industrial dishwasher, but it's like a metal cube through which you push plastic trays, and it sprays really high-powered jets of hot water, and it like sprays them, and then with like soap and dishwashing whatever, and then it sprays it with just plain water to rinse them, but at a really, really high temperature so that the water evaporates really quickly when they're back out into the regular air. And one of my friends who worked there the year before me, just like room temperature air, as opposed to the super humid. Yeah, as opposed to the super humid dishwasher air. So a friend before me became a camp legend. A friend who worked there before me became a camp legend because she figured out how to turn the hot water off, climbed into one of the plastic trays, and pushed herself through the dishwasher. So she is pretty cool. It's funny what makes you a camp legend. It doesn't take much, and mostly it's just weird shit. Camp staff get bored. Very, very bored. It really doesn't require a search. You just pick any random city. So, did you pick a city this time that I've heard of?
Yes.
And one that we would actually anticipate going to? Like something...
I would. I don't know if you want to go.
Did you pick a morgue?
Is that... Wait, are these two of your questions?
No,
Yes.
I'm just checking.
Those are two questions. Everything counts now.
Absolutely not. Not with you. I should get a bonus extra 10 questions because you
had like a
weird
bonus
things.
10 questions the first round. That's two questions. Would we go there? Is it a morgue? These are your questions.
Okay. Question 1. Northern Hemisphere? Yes, no? Yes?
Yes.
Is it in Europe?
No.
Is it in Asia again?
No.
Is it in
north of the equator.
Okay. Is it in Africa?
Yes.
Okay. Africa. north of the equator. Pulling up my map again because I accidentally closed it. Okay. It feels very, like, elementary school to go onto Google Maps and type in Africa.
How'd you know?
Okay. I'm taking a wild guess and asking, is it in Kenya?
No.
So it's not the Giraffe Palace?
No.
Okay. Is it in Egypt?
Yes.
Is it Cairo?
No.
Is it Luxor?
No.
Okay, we've exhausted the cities I know of in Egypt. Let's make this map more specific. Egypt.
Really? That's all your cities you know?
Is it Alexandria?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I know 3 cities.
Good lord.
Okay, can you name another city in Egypt besides those 3 off the top of your head?
Yeah, 6th of October city.
Huh.
That's what it says. 6th of October city.
Okay, well, Egypt has some interesting naming conventions, apparently.
We need to go to that city. I'm into this. It's outside of Cairo. No big deal.
Okay, because why not? 6th of October city. What does Wikipedia have to say about this city?
There's a theme park. It's called Dream Park.
Of course, naturally. Okay, how did it get its name, though? That is what I need to know. Oh, it's part of Giza. It was announced as the capital of the 6th of October. That doesn't... The city's name commemorates the commencement of the 1973 Arab-Israeli War on the 6th of October, 1973, the same date chosen as Egypt's Armed Forces Day. Wait, so they named their city after a war?
Not so fun, but there's a theme park!
That livens it up a little bit.
Wait, I'm a little confused because on the pictures, it's literally California Adventures and, like, the big Ferris wheel and the roller coaster from Disneyland. That's one picture that they gave me.
Maybe it's just a really good replica. I don't see that in the pictures on my Google image results.
Yeah, I don't know. It was totally there until I clicked on all, and now I'm very confused.
They have a roller coaster that's shaped like a chicken.
We need to go to Dream Park. Oh, it wasn't on Dream Park. It was on the October City. Hey, okay. Do you see the one with the 2 kids posing like with their airplane arms on top of the dragon?
No.
We need to recreate that photo. We need to go here.
Fair enough. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Oh, they're closed right now. Sorry.
Well, it's the middle of the night, so yeah. For everyone's reference, it is 10:30 where I am at night. So,
now's the best time to go. I don't know what you're talking about, you party pooper.
Time in Egypt
is irrelevant to theme park fun.
Huh, Egypt's in the same time zone. I would not have guessed that.
That makes it convenient.
Isn't Egypt further east than we are? I feel like it would be.
You know, time zones do what they want. There's no rhyme or reason sometimes.
Yeah, some countries are on half time zone changes, so they're only a half hour away from their nearest time zone, which is, I guess, makes sense, but seems very inconvenient.
Part of Oregon is in a different time zone from the other half.
I accidentally typed time in Egypt in Google Maps instead of just Google, and there is a nail salon in Egypt called Beauty Time. So I guess the time is beauty time.
Damn right.
Okay, yeah. I'm not crazy. It is significantly further east than Germany. Huh. Time zone map. I know this is riveting content, but I'm just confused as to how Egypt is in the same time zone as Western Europe. Interesting. Oh, time zones, you crazy.
Yeah, they don't make sense necessarily.
Yeah, well, I know, but that was not one that I anticipated. The next country north of Egypt is a whole hour away in time zones, despite being directly north of it. Well, that's fun. I'm looking at a time zone map, and there's a teeny tiny sliver of Greenland, like truly not even the whole eastern coast of it, that's in the same time zone as Iceland.
And then, like, what's the point at that point?
I have a feeling that most of Greenland is unpopulated, therefore you can lump a whole area of it as one time zone and then have just the tiny bits on the coast with people in another.
This portion of the sea is in its own time zone from the rest of us.
Well, technically, you won this game.
Damn right I did. Sorry, I'm better at making this challenging.
However, My official stance on this is that you suck.
I just have more an imagination than you do. You're just a basic bitch.
No. You don't have more of an imagination. You just Googled it. Google has more of an imagination.
No, I told Google what I was curious about, and it provided. Sorry you want to do Paris in 1970, 60, whatever. Oh, that's what we should have done. Place and era.
Oh, good lord. 60s, no. 50s, no. 40s, no.
I would like to do Egypt, Alexandria in 1735.
Oh, good. Narrow it down to a specific year.
Oh, sorry, the 1930s?
This is what I'm dealing with, people.
I just have a better imagination. I'm not just picking no basic cities.
No.
There's a purpose.
No.
Sorry,
Imagination. You literally were like, I don't know cities. I've got to Google some.
No, I wanted to do the murder capital of the U.S., best city to live in, and imaginary city. But we've already gone over that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon lives in your heart.
I don't want to play anymore. You suck.
You didn't pick Kangaroo Island. I'm so disappointed in you. 5 points for me now.
If we play this game again, I'm going to pick, like, Narnia and Hogwarts and...
Hey, according to some, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were real.
They were.
We're just not sure if it was by Venezuela or maybe modern-day Iraq.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they were near Venezuela.
You do realize that they were real, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
But depending on who you might ask, they might have other things to say.
I mean...
It's kind of like, Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Nope. Atlantis.
You heard it here first, folks. Oh, let's start a new conspiracy. Atlanta and Finland are both fake. It's just a conspiracy. The government is covering it up.
Atlanta and where?
Finland.
Oh, Stockholm?
No, Finland. The conspiracy that Finland does not exist.
Oh, well, Stockholm was either non-existent or at capacity the first time we tried to go.
We've disproven that, though, because we've actually been to Stockholm now.
Is it, or was it just a facade to make us think that we were in Stockholm?
We were just in Norway East.
East Norway?
And Finland is Norway East.
Ooh, fancy. Norway's just gobbling up all its neighbors, just absorbing it.
When we were in Helsinki meeting up with one of my former colleagues, I made a joke about Finland not existing and how it's just East Sweden. And she and I have discussed the conspiracy that Finland doesn't exist before, but I feel like she reacted more strongly to it on home turf. Like, you're literally in Helsinki right now. Right now.
And it was beautiful there. I highly recommend.
It was absolutely beautiful. She just had her baby a few months ago, by the way.
Aw, yay!
Yeah, she reached out recently to get the dirt on what's going on at my current employer, and it was fun.
Yeah, I've had a lot of messages like that today, so that's fun, but... Anywho, this has become way too long of an episode of Sarah losing at guessing. Join us next week.
When I come up with a game that I can win.
Sucker. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed playing 20 Questions Travel Edition. You're welcome for giving you new inspiration of places to travel. This is why I said ooh plants earlier for the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Oh, good lord.
But yeah, just remember, it's an adventure.
So don't play games with Mellinda.
She'll kick your ass.
She'll cheat.
Ooh.
Okay, wait. Before we go, when you were a kid and you played Monopoly, did you steal money from the bank?
Oh yeah, when my sister and I played? Yeah.
Literally never once in my life.
So the moral of this lesson is, Melinda's the fun one and Sarah's very, very boring.
Ugh. In fact, one of my sister's high school boyfriends always played bank so he could steal money, and I tried to convince her to break up with him because of it.
I'm not surprised by that. In all fairness, I'm pretty sure my sister robbed the bank too, so we were just keeping it fair.
I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think this lesson, it just encapsulates who we are as individuals.
I'm fun.
I play by the rules, damn it.
Loser. See, this is exactly how we got the answers, or like pick the cities.
Uh-huh. That was my point.
I'm not sorry. I hope you know that.
I know you're not.
You should have seen this coming. You should know better.
You're such a snot.
Anyways, it's an adventure.
And Melinda's a snot.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You do not care in the slightest.
No.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to another episode of Seattle to Unknown. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a rating on whatever platform you are listening to us on. If you're interested in following us, look us up on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. We're on all 3 platforms as @C2Unknown. That's SEATO Unknown. Or you can jump right onto our website, www.c2unknown.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as @SAR_S, and Melinda is on both as @HooliganMonster. If you have any travel stories or tips you want to share with us, please reach out to us at our email, which is c2unknown@gmail.com. Thank you, and we hope to see you back here next week. Bye!
Huzzah.
Any opportunity to huzzah.